Yo, here's some fresh perspective for you. Take some notes. This is wisdom from the great beyond. Let's hit it. I'm here to hold up a mirror. If you don't like what's reflected back to you, you have the power to change it or ignore my warnings. It is your choice. Contrary to popular belief, an individual who vibrates low is someone who lacks awareness, acceptance, and self-control. It's an individual who is clueless to their own darkness. That's the type of energy that's draining to me. A lack of belief system. Someone who is sad and pain and so forth transmutes a different energy to our instincts for love. Others who choose materialism vibrate extremely low to me. So it's all about what you're tuning into. I'm personally tuned into a higher purpose. I say that because I'm not self-serving only. I want humans to evolve their mind, not their technology. I don't want to seek revenge on anyone. I pray for the truth to be revealed. I want to be an example of how you win on a whole other level. Don't do anyone dirty back or become destructive. Don't fight trauma with trauma. Don't start a cycle. Faith does tell us we are stronger than anything mentally. Believe it to be true. Anxious thoughts and feelings dictate behavior. Become aware of what's triggering this response. Over time, your mind will thank you. Words are mind placement. Actions are heart placement. The fruits of my labor belong to what's a part of the process. Each day I become more selective about what receives my energy. It's like each day I kind of like self-reflect on what I've done, and it's like, okay, this and this can go the next day. I need to, like I said, I'm cleaning it up. And it's like I'm finding myself kind of turning into myself more and kind of straying away from connections right now. And I think it's just because I'm so ready for my work to be out there. And I do feel like since I've walked the paths of insanity and all the paths of heartache and come out on the other side, that's just living proof that faith is stronger. And it sometimes takes you out of the mind. It's comprehension. It's a strong force. Words are mind placement. Actions are heart placement. The fruits of my labor belong to what's a part of the process. Meaning who's their part of the process. Whatever, if you're not going to help me create and build and grow like I said, the way I am, then I'm just gonna kind of naturally gravitate towards myself, because that's where I get the resurrect my strength from. And I do feel like I've been resurrected from the dead again. So that's why each day I become more selective about what receives my energy. I maintain my energy. I get to decide what my mood is. Again, we aren't necessarily in control of what our nervous system reacts to. We just have to create a sanctuary so strong within us that it pulls you inward to dissect and figure out what the root cause is to diffuse it. You just keep it, like I said, it's a whole process. It gets exhausting. Awareness is identifying a pattern. Growth is choosing another way. Our minds really are full of choices. We just have to create them by rewriting our darkest moments into empowerment. Practice a pause to allow natural flow of life to flow through you. And it'll, like I said, the more that your nervous system is naturally wired for dysregulation and survival mode, the longer you'll need to practice a pause. I interpret the behaviors and energy of others to uncover real intentions and truth. I'm a behavioral analysis. I really try to turn it off. My brain forever flows. Sometimes I get to choose the adventure. I'm going to say that again. I interpret the behaviors and energy of others to uncover real intentions and truth. I'm a behavioral analyst. I try to turn it off. My brain forever flows. Sometimes I get to choose the adventure. So there was this, I saw a video, my bad, and it was talking about a tweet that said if women stop working, society would be just fine. If men quit, it would be in shambles. And the guy in the video, he disagreed, saying his wife gives him motivation by a daily blowjob. And there's like very judgmental comments about, how degrading it is and this and that, and how, oh, that's all she brings, this and that. There's a bunch of comments about how wrong he is and this and that. And I just kind of had to laugh because it's like, we've been taught that sex is shameful, and yeah, I get you want to keep it private, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if you're on a podcast that someone is chosen to watch, then you have to be prepared with what is going to be discussed next. If you can't handle certain topics, that's your problem, not the person who's speaking. You're trying to take away their freedom of speech because you're uncomfortable. And that's not how it works. And so I kind of agreed with the guy because I feel like it's a form of natural release. And it's like, if I found somebody who was, who was all about me and provided for me, you best believe I would make him feel so loved. He would be motivated to build anything. He would be so motivated. Love gives you power, and part of love is pleasure. That's why it's natural. It's a natural thing. It's not degrading. And he should be able to say that. Again, you chose to watch this video, so you have to be prepared with what you are about to hear. Fresh perspective. I do feel that sex and, oral is a form of emotional healing. It's not degrading. And again, if you're an adult and you're talking about it, again, somebody happens to scroll on, again, be prepared. And again, we all have preferences, and it's all about perspective and how you see it. And again, religion will probably teach you, like, I can see saving yourself for the one, but I believe I don't think that just because you have had experience that it devalues you. Now, if you consistently do it and you keep giving, parts of yourself away, once you understand the depth that the connection that, sex and oral does have, because to me, oral is very intimate. Like, I have to love you to do that. Because I don't mind doing it, but like I said, I have to love you to allow you to do that. Or allow that to go in my mouth. But again, if y'all had some more more forms of release, and stop allowing your society and religion and all these things have, you living in shame and honestly, it's trapping your spirit. Orgasms are healing. And again, if I found me somebody who made me, hey, I wouldn't mind. Eat your lunch. I'll meet you somewhere and we can do it in your vehicle. Pull over somewhere. I'm just saying, if I'm that, in tune with, what I'm saying, spread the love. Why not? Just saying. Moving on. Just stop letting sex be shameful. It's not. Yes, it should be more intentional. Yes, I do agree with that. You can cleanse yourself, though. Just don't let people touch you. Move intentionally every day. Like I said, this is how you cleanse yourself, too, spiritually. Move with intention. I'm going to break it down when I talk about demons in a minute. Because that's what I'm about to talk about next. Moving on. There was a video, and I'm not sure who the guy was. He was basically saying in the video that music can be a demon and attach themselves to you. And at one point, I did believe stuff like this was true, especially like watching scary movies. I used to believe it like opened portals. But then as time went on, like I said, I was believing what I was taught. So it was creating fear within me. But then it's like the more mentally sound I became and more in tune and sorting things out, dissecting all the things that I talk about, the more I faced myself and accepted myself and gained self-control, grew my impulse control, I realized that it was just fear giving it power. And that's why it would alert your senses the way it would and make you feel like it's, no, faith is more powerful than anything. Faith is the strongest force. I don't just use one or two. I use all the forces to present this knowledge. Again, I used to believe this stuff too. Like I said, this was like years ago. And I think when I really, really saw the strength that faith in your internal compass and instincts and sorting out everything can have is today. Like, I denounced all demons spiritually. I cleansed. Like, you do not need, all the power is truly within you. Listen to my videos. Let me teach it to you if you're struggling. None of what I'm saying is meant to harm you. It's, again, I'm holding a mirror. If you don't like what's reflected, take a look within. No, music doesn't have the power to do that. Miss Me with the Frequency playing a part 2. It only does if you allow it. You must believe it's true in order for it to have power. It's a taught belief. Faith tells me we are spiritually stronger than anything. Just power up from within. Don't blame music for your poor choices. Tune into your spirit. Words will hit you differently. You must be in tune with yourself first to hear what I'm saying. Obviously, when we are overstimulated, silence is best. Personally, trained my mind to be exposed to what they consider demon music. And I wanted to listen to certain music when I was in any frame of mind so I could pay attention to the reactions my nervous system is having to it. And like I said, it just is beautiful. It's all about intention. For example, I listen to old school rap, yet my intention of the words is to mentally gain strength in myself to rise against any challenge. I usually write my wisdom sermons listening to it. I don't promote violence. I hear unprocessed pain in those lyrics. I use it as fuel to shift the mind to believe and stay grounded in self-energy, self-soothing. And it self-soothes me. Like, it soothes me. Examples of songs that keep me grounded and soothes me. Move Bitch by Ludacris. I love playing that in traffic, acting like I'm like shifting people out of my way, even though I'm not. Like, I just do stuff. It seems childish, but it just makes me feel like I'm the shit. Move, bitch. Like, you don't recognize who I am. Move out the way. Straight Outta Compton by NWA. Regulate by Nate Dogg. Jump Around, House of Pain. We Ready by Archie Eversole. Never Scared remix with Jadakiss by Bone Crusher. Feel Me Flow, Naughty by Nature. And some of these songs are about I said, just if you listen to the lyrics, they're just like I said, I've turned it into empowerment and just seeing that it just once again proves what can happen when you ignore parts of you and where violent mindset comes from. It's nothing against humans. I'm just here psychoanalyzing it. And like I said, rewriting it and turning it into something Beautiful. Pain, you can turn any pain into power. Anyway, let's talk about demons. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not scared. They salute me now, and for the most part, stay out of my way. If not, they learn pretty quick not to be fucked with. Demons attach themselves to fear, creating illusions within you. Demons attach themselves to fear, creating illusions within you. That's why I stress face yourself. Mental demons are powered by your emotions. Healing the nervous system will help you see the truth. Instincts teach me to stay away from religion, since there's so much evil hidden there. Faith says, fear nothing. Go beyond your mind. We will pull you through everything, even wickedness. Ignoring human development and wiring will cause anxiety, etc. Anxiety is fear, lack of knowledge, and instincts too. Dissect your anxiety when in self-energy. It comes from somewhere. See what it wants to tell you. Demons also come from human behavior. It's not necessarily spiritually related, just darkness hidden within, making you feel haunted. Now, I'm not saying that, we do have a spirit, and like I said, if you're on Earth and your spirit is trapped in some way, or like I said, I don't necessarily know how it works, I just know how some of it works, and I do know that I have seen spirits before. I remember seeing a little boy, and whenever he died, that's the age I saw him at. Like, I was like a teenager at that time. And I've seen them. I see them. And that's how I know it's true. It's not something that's a hallucinogen. I know a delusion. But like I said, part of the demons is trickery in the mind and the chemical imbalances. Like I said, you start sorting all this stuff out, you'll see. But again, we are what gives them power. You can send them where they belong by empowering your mind to be above everything. Your mind, your insanity, all of it, it can work for you. I'm telling you. Demons also come from human behavior. It's not spiritual necessarily, just darkness hidden within, making you feel haunted. Your emotions and fear make their power in the mind. The first step to denouncing demonic powers against you is belief in your abilities. I'm going to say that one more time. Your emotions and fear make Your emotions and fear make their power in the mind. First step to denouncing demonic powers against you is belief in your abilities. 2, moving with more intention, doing the work, choosing your reactions, etc. 3. Build your faith by listening to yourself. 4. Build instincts by sitting with yourself to sort it all out. 5. Dissect every moment you become insane in the brain. Don't ignore it. 6. Also depends on the level of self-love through each phase. Are you accepting yourself through each phase? Yes, right now. And 7, listening to me. I got you. I'm telling you. Listen. I'm going to say this one more time. These 7 wonderful steps. First step to denouncing demonic powers against you is belief in your abilities. 2, moving with more intention in each day. Doing the work, choosing your reactions, etc. Build your faith by listening to yourself. Build instincts by sitting with yourself to sort it all out. Dissect every moment you become insane in the brain. Don't ignore it. And also, again, the level of self-love through each phase in your life will also depend on you and how much of those demonic things you see. And last but not least, listening to me. I got you. I've walked these paths. I'm telling you. Faith got me through. Moving on for now. It's a pretty deep topic. I'm sure I'll bring it up again. I'll dive even more. But I think I pretty much nailed it. And yes, you can train your mind to be stronger than a chemical imbalance. You can become such a strong observer within yourself. I'm telling you. Believe it. It can happen. Video. It's all video. It was Steve Harvey. He was basically saying to the men that always want to know what a woman brings to the table. He was like saying, what do you as a man bring to the table? Women can make another you. That's what they bring. Basically, that was all he said they should bring to the table. That's why I said it's an outdated mentality. Toss that. Like I said, it's just a huge fight between men, women, races on who's superior, who did what, who can do this, who can do that, when everybody's ignoring the bigger issues here. We all need each other. We all need to connect. We, like I said, do the connections, understand the connections. My time for fresh perspective. While y'all argue over a table that you sit still at, I'll rotate around like a planet above all this noise. Women carry life. Yes, they can grow it, while men carry the fertilizer. We can't do anything without the man, though. We can't do anything without the man, though. We both carry life within us. And we are both creators. Different reasons, time and place, plays a role. We both represent life. Steve Harvey also said, men provide while making a family is their job. Women shouldn't have to do anything but tend to the kids. He's wrong. Our purpose is to replenish, restore, and preserve each other and our home as communities. It's about habitat and humanity. Without the habitat, you do not have humanity. But again, they're still connected. Humans are all about me, me, me. What about worshiping everything that represents life? Our purpose goes beyond financials. Believe that. It's about teamwork. Really can't sit here and convince me that one being created this entire universe. No. It was a team effort. And that's what love is about. That's what providing is about. And that's what it should be about. Not about what if the man becomes disabled and the wife has no skills except being a mom, which is not bad. That's a huge skill set. There's a lot of depth in that. It's a teacher. It's wisdom. Like, again, it's all in the mindset and how you look at it. To me, being a mom, it's more than just a job. But I'm just saying, out there in the workforce, that has no value, and that doesn't make any sense. If someone can, like I said, she has to step up. Or there should already be, like I said, if they were a strong front, there would already be those emergency funds. Like, for example, me, like, I'm very resourceful. I'm very, very, very resourceful. And I'm not about to just sit back while he does 90% of it or 80% of it. Like I said, we're more than mothers, and we're all more than what we're doing right now. Because it's not supposed to be an economy. Again, when we all work towards it, we're all technically supposed to be working towards the same purpose. We are kind of right now to make the flow of the world. Right now, the flow of the world is been manipulated in believing that you exchange your existence for resources. No. Your labor is your contribution to society. You should want to contribute to society for a safe haven. Earth is supposed to be a safe haven, not a war zone. And like I said, teamwork. Like, if we, family farms, like, she, gathers the eggs and makes the breakfast. He, checks on the crops. And the next day, you switch duties. It's just, it's beyond my comprehension, because if I see something, I say, I do something. If I see something that needs to be done, I just do it. I don't need a plaque or anything. I just need more balance. Like I said, it's called balance. Hierarchy is outdated. It's not disrespectful to want everyone to work hard each and every day. And it wouldn't even necessarily be work, because we would be more free And we all have a common enemy, and a lot of this capitalism and the corporations ruling the world and the greed is really poisoning your mind into believing that if all falls on the man, 100% falls on the man. No. It's not. You said it's up to you to live like that, but me personally, I would prefer somebody know that I'm going to be put in the work just like he is, because my strength comes from my faith and within. So I got this, just like he's got this. We work, we flow. And then I saw another video about a guy who was talking about how the man has to sacrifice his peace for his family. Don't disturb the home by unloading what you're going through. Find your man tribe, figure it out with them. And it made me sad because it's like, that's not love. Sacrificing your peace is not love. Love is peace, naturally. It's a natural flow. So I said love is not self-serving. And it's like, damn, society has put all of this pressure. Like I said, it's not 100% on the man. I don't know what this whole submissive and lead, when we can lead ourselves. And then, your mate is your partner, is your second source when all else has failed within you. Because there may come a time when that happens. And that's what Lean On Me is for. It's time for a fresh perspective. First of all, this is true if you're married to a woman who isn't in tune with her spirit. Hiding your psychological warfare will cause one in her senses. She could think it's her mental going crazy if she doesn't recognize her spirit calling in distress signals for her mate in need. You must know what's speaking to you. You can't hide your pain from a spiritually sound woman. I'll say that again. You can't hide your pain from a spiritually sound woman. She will feel it. She'll dream about it. Only self-serving individuals are oblivious to distress signals within the spirit. Only self-serving individuals are oblivious to distress signals within spirit. If she creates peace from within, she will take on that load since you become connected to her spirit. Love isn't a feeling. It's a series of actions. Feelings can be temporary. Love is overflowing. It doesn't pick and choose when to be available. It's just there. This man sacrificing his peace for his family sounds limiting and transactional. Like a transactional love, if she's only there to take care of the kids and have the children. Like I said, the purpose, our human purpose is beyond that. Strong faith makes you face storms, not want to be sheltered from them. Like, again, she's gonna feel it. And if she's spiritually connected but still hasn't sorted out it could just cause a mental spiral within her, and she's not even going to understand where it's coming from because you're acting like everything's okay. So she thinks it's her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if she's not, it depends on where you are in your spiritual journey. Men are not a machine. We must quit acting like men aren't human. They deserve love, affection, to be held and adored and cherished, and have a blowjob pretty frequently. Yes, they can be stronger than us and this and that, but we also need to understand that there are some times when we cannot be. We have to allow our spirit mate, our soulmate, our mate. I want a mate. That sounds just lovely. To lean on each other. And again, I'm personally gonna know what's up. Intuition is real if you're tapped into it. Love will want to show up for you. I did agree when he said find a tribe. Just don't forget that should include her. She should want to be included in that, though. Like I said, if she really truly loves you, love will just naturally show up. I want mine to know I signed up for war, meaning through it all. That includes having his mental in my heart. Love is about what can you give. It's not self-serving. The enemy can slip in when you create distance between your emotions. The enemy can be just muddy waters, mental spirals, other people coming between you, getting in your head, etc. Heal the cracks, creating barriers between the connection. I do believe your one will be your second source of trust. You can't build trust with withholding information or not trusting her to be your safe place to be. Building intentional connections based on complete transparency will naturally block a lot of evil from entering the battlefield of life or in your mind. I'm going to repeat that. You can't build trust with withholding information or not trusting her to be your safe place to be. Building intentional connections based on complete transparency will naturally block a lot of evil from entering the battlefield of life or in your mind. Moving on. Another video attacking men, saying masculinity is under attack. Well, yeah, you're literally attacking it. Saying men today, men are human, okay? Saying, again, he said masculinity is under attack while he attacks masculinity. Saying men today aren't like men back then who stormed Normandy. Masculinity is under attack. They sent 18, 19-year-olds into war, and he's basically saying that, you know, it takes strength to do that, which it does in a way, to sign up for death. That's why I read into history how many unnecessary people died in that war. All that loss of life. 18, 19-year-olds. Like I said, that we are recently found out that the mind doesn't even completely develop until you're 25 to 28 years old. And you're sending somebody who's 18 to make life decisions? No, I don't. No. Here's my fresh perspective. And he was saying that, men in war would drag the wounded, saying we're now in the weakening of men. And my fresh perspective, first of all, war shows we should take the wounded with us. That's what war shows. That when somebody is wounded, you're there. That's what war shows. Right now, it's leave the wounded to die, or it becomes their problem alone. I feel like they're just, it's all about image, creating an image. Because it's just weird that there's, like, if you start reading about, soldier suicide and the statistics behind it, I just, it's like all about this suicide prevention and this and that. And it's like, we haven't even, what about trying to come up with ways to end the war? Listen to people who have good ideas. Let somebody else step in and try. It's not just up to the men to change it. You need the women too. We can do this together. And I'm not understanding we're superior. No, you're not. No one is. We're all important for different reasons at different times. When we're wounded, we need extra care and love. We don't need to build our armor. Takes a lot of self-control. War is man's failure to think. It's unnecessary for everyone. Okay, I'm on the soldier side. I understand fighting for what you believe in, but again, I really truly believe that people were pressured and manipulated into believing that violence is the answer. War isn't a signal of strength, it's manipulation. Violence taints the spirit when it's unnecessary. Violence teaches fear, which will cause chemical imbalances in the brain because it doesn't make sense to spirit, so it does make your soul trapped. PTSD is proof of that. It's deeper than just a dysregulated nervous system, chemical imbalances. It's deeper than a dysregulated nervous system and chemical imbalances causing it. You must flush out the toxins violence causes. You're not supposed to see people blown up. You're not supposed to kill civilians. You're not supposed to, like I said, blow a bunch of stuff up. Like I said, it's all, and I think once they get older and they reach a certain point, they realize the lies and they can't deal with them. So I think that's why there is an ultimate reason why there are so many soldiers committing suicide. Their spirits are trapped. Like, I can legit, like I said, rewrite all of this tragedy. I just need the right connections. Back to this storm in the Normandy, 50 million, approximately 50 million 18-year-olds I do believe were pressured and manipulated into drafting into the war. It messed them up for life. You look up suicide rates for soldiers. It's 4 times higher than deaths that occurred during military operations. I don't know exactly how true these. I was just reading different websites about it and wrote down different little, like a generalization of things. It's pretty big deal. Those are just the reported ones. Some branches in armed forces are experiencing more suicides since before World War II. Approximately 22 veterans, and I saw numbers at 17. We'll just say approximately 17 to 22 veterans commit suicide each day. One stat said approximately 8,030 vets kill themselves each year. More than 5,540 were 50 or older. And then, according to that website's math, it's about 184,000 since 2001. This is the type of grief I carry around with me. Unnecessary loss. That's why I said I said at one point in one of my videos that the souls of all of this destruction are behind me. They speak through me. People can believe that or not, think it's a delusion. But this stuff is coming, like I said, something's pushing me to look this up. And like I said, when I read this stuff, this explains my depth of pain that I feel, the weeping that I feel. It explains all of it. It makes sense, and this is why I'm bringing awareness to it. I'm helping rewrite that grief. Like I said, I know what's mine and what's incoming and what's pulling me to feel and see. We are here for a greater purpose. Higher power believes violence is to save life, and very, very particular. Yet, if we work towards unprogramming our minds to release the spirit, soul will naturally come alive, and all of that will just free itself. I'm so serious. If we work towards unprogramming our minds, that will release our spirit, revealing the faith, and our soul will naturally come back alive. And you will notice all these chemical imbalances and all of these things. You'll just know differently. Like I said, a lot of anxiety and things are caused by taught fear. You can denounce demons. You can strip them of their power. I mean it. And that's all I've got for tonight. I feel like it was pretty enlightening. And yeah, until next time, denounce those demons.